Hi everyone, this is Marcus Anthony, and today we're going to be doing a little reaction video, which is a little bit of switch up from what I've been doing, where it's just like me talking about finance to you. I want to show someone who is going on their own financial journey and highlight what I think about it, and maybe give some pointers on what they could do differently, so that if you find yourself in a similar situation as this person, then you could learn something from it as well. So I want to do a reaction on a video series by CNBC called Millennial Money, and they're on it's on their YouTube channel. You guys can go check it out. And what they do is they just follow people around who random people who are millennials, because that's what it's called, Millennial Money. So they follow millennials around and they showcase what they're doing, what their expenses are, what their savings are, what their job is, what kind of financial situation they're in at the moment. And so like I've seen a couple of these in the past, but this one I've never seen before, so this is gonna be a true reaction. I haven't looked it up beforehand, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. So just a heads up, I will be pausing it and talking about the video sporadically throughout. So if you want to check out the original video, you can find it on the CNBC YouTube channel, and you might find more of these videos out there that I haven't reacted to yet. Another reason why I wanted to touch on these is, for the most part, these Millennial Money videos, they're making average income or around an average income, so it's pretty relatable to what we're talking about here on this channel. So without further ado, this is living on $46K a year in Denver. Random line that makes you stop for a second. Millennial Money.
As an undocumented immigrant, I can still make a living in this country. I can still survive, and I can still contribute not only to the socio-economic of this country, but the cultural growth of this country.
There you go. There you go. He's wearing a mask. Perfect. And he's an immigrant. That kind of speaks to me real quick. My grandfather was from Spain, and so I come from a line of immigrants as well. 46,000 a year, that's around what I make, but different city. Denver, Colorado is a lot different than Boise, Idaho.
My name is Alejandro Flores Munoz. I am 31 years old. I make $46,000 a year, and I live in Denver, Colorado. I am the co-owner of Stokes Poke Food Truck, a local food truck here in the center of downtown Denver. We have established it and grown to a kiosk, catering, and pop-up business.
That's awesome. I've never had like a poke bowl or anything like that. I don't really eat fish, but that's good that he has his own pop-up stand, pop-up business, selling poke bowls. I think that's pretty cool.
We were able to grow the business when we bought it from $40,000 to, at the end of 2019, grossing $196,000.
That's solid, not taking too much out of it. He has his own business, but he's not taking tens of thousands of dollars. He seems like he values his employees pretty well too.
Once the pandemic hit, we saw drastic changes. We went from doing anywhere from 350 to 500 bowls on any given day to only pulling in roughly 50 bowls a day.
That's got to be hard. That's about a tenth of what he was doing. Yeah, that sucks.
Recently, our food truck was also hit by a drunk driver. Our food truck right now is in the auto body shop. I am estimating that in total, we're gonna lose about 5 weeks of being able to operate the food truck, which...
That's the thing with the food truck situation. If your food truck breaks down or something, and you're only relying on that food truck, that's tough, because you have to stop everything. You can't do anything because you're so reliant on that truck. I feel bad for him.
Also results in loss of revenue.
Okay, here we go.
So the last time I had a savings account was in 2018, and I had a savings of about $5,000. I used that money to buy into the food truck business Stokes Poke.
So let's just stop right here and go through his expenses. Rent, that's pretty good rent. Even in Boise, 620, that's pretty cheap. Side hustles 500, and that includes doing podcasting and video. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, he could definitely make more money on the podcast. I hope that he'll be able to scale that. That'd be nice. Food, $400. That's groceries and restaurants. That's a tough one. He's spending. I want to see what that looks like broken down. If it's like 350 groceries and 50 restaurants, but if he's eating a lot out, he should not be doing that right now. I think that I would cut that immediately. That should not be $400 for one person. Transportation, so car payment, gas. Yeah, I can see that, especially if he has a food truck. Phone, yeah, that seems kind of high. I don't know what kind of phone he has or if he's on a payment plan, but that seems kind of high. Utilities, yeah, that's about right. Laundry, he has to go to a laundromat, it sounds like. So, I mean, he did say it's in a studio apartment. So, yeah, that would be tough to have to go somewhere to do laundry. Wi-Fi, yeah, that's about right. Travel, that's monthly average. Oh, so he's saving up for travel every month. Okay. And then subscription, $68, which is Amazon, Spotify, and Soylent. Yep, that's fine. It's just that food budget. There's some money that could be spent there for sure, or saved. Money that should be saved. Don't get that twisted. No. That's not good. If you have your own business, especially if it's something like a restaurant where you don't know how it's going to turn out, $1,700 in savings, that's not, that better be like, oh, that's not good at all. That's not good. I feel bad for him. Okay. It's not very much, but yeah, what can you do? Especially now. Good. I hope it would. It's ridiculous.
So I come from a family of merchants, and looking back, I didn't realize that I also come from a family of entrepreneurs. My mom has always had a side hustle here. And I'll tell you this, when I was younger, I sometimes felt a little bit embarrassed of the work that my mom was doing, selling perfumes and selling jewelry on the side or selling cheesecakes door to door.
If you have someone in your family that is passionate about doing those kind of sales, I have a word for you. Gary Vaynerchuk, he is obsessed with flipping baseball cards. Well, not just baseball, but NBA, football, wrestling cards. He flips those, and he goes to garage sales around, and he buys stuff for like cents on the dollar, and then turns around and flips on eBay for like $20. So if you have the time to do that, that could be very profitable for you. So if you're doing something like going door to door or trying to sell a bunch of stuff, doesn't matter what you're selling, you could definitely scale that.
All of that to me felt like we were doing it out of necessity, and it really didn't click to me when I was younger that it was actually an entrepreneurship spirit that lived in my mom. By her trying to survive, she was teaching me entrepreneurship traits. My entrepreneurship journey began with side hustles. I started a side hustle selling sunglasses back in 2012.
Cool.
That side hustle allowed me to gain the experience and the knowledge of what it takes to run a business.
Another fantastic ad.
It's got some amazing bright.
Sweet, I like that. Right there, he this is his side gig, and he's making $2,000 in a month because of a women's march for just selling buttons. You can do something like that. It just takes an entrepreneurial mindset to do it.
I started selling buttons at a women's march in 2017 when I saw that the peak of activism and people wanted to get involved and people wanted to showcase where they stand. I have 0 student loans because
Good.
I never pursued a 4-year education. I am now more than ever glad that I made that decision because I, as a business owner, don't need any degrees to be able to grow the business.
Absolutely. You don't need a college degree to own a business. You can come up with any type of business you want. Having that piece of paper that says you graduated doesn't mean anything.
I've had the privilege to have had health insurance ever since I got DACA because I had employers and I purposefully sought employers that provided health insurance.
That's tough, especially right now.
Now that I'm my business owner and I don't have any insurances, it's made me realize how important healthcare is. As an undocumented immigrant, also that can be a barrier to be able to obtain some health insurances.
Good. That's good because otherwise they might find something that does have health insurance and leave because right now they're not getting it. And right now is the most important time to have it.
Throughout my journey, I have always showcased that if I can do this or if I've gone through this barrier or have crossed or opened this door, that so can other people. But in order for other folks to be able to do that, they need to have that knowledge. And so I have made it my mission to not only show others whoever asks me or sends me a message, hey Alejandro, how are you able to do this? How are you able to import things from China to the United States? To show them that process, but also I've taken it now to a different step where I go into colleges and universities and I speak to folks who are also undocumented or documented, and I talk about the undocu hustle, which is being able to make a living regardless of your immigration status.
Sweet. That's not too bad if you have something to say and someone's willing to pay you for it, why not? And he does have a good background. He does have enough experience to actually provide a type of value to people who are part of DACA. So that's the video. I just wanted to react to it real quick and kind of give some pointers on what he should be doing. Looking at his expenses, I think that he's doing pretty well, except the food thing. If you're not making that much money and your business is struggling right now with the pandemic, I would recommend bumping that down quite a bit. Go back to like how most college students living off of ramen and beans and rice and just like barely getting by as far as food goes until you can hold yourself over until you're back to normal after this whole pandemic situation, whenever it goes away. But he did cut back on his salary, and that very smart because you want your business to keep going and you want to still be able to pay your employees what they need to be paid. One thing I like about him and his story is he comes from an entrepreneurial background, and it's just showcased, with his side gigs, he's still making a pretty good amount of money, even though it's not every month. But if he does have a good month, like he was selling buttons at a women's march and he made $2,000 from it. And he's not the only one that's doing that either. A bunch of people are doing that. And so if you find something that you're passionate about and you find an opportunity where you can, exercise your side gig mentality, go ahead and go for it. It's only going to make you learn more from the experience, and you might get a couple grand out of it. Who knows? So anyway, that's all for this video. If you like what you saw in the video and you want me to do more of these, be sure to leave a like. And if you find other videos that you want me to react to, where it might be someone talking about their finances or someone who might be in a tricky situation, and they might be struggling and going through their journey, let me know and I'll gladly react to them. I really enjoy doing these and I can't wait to do these in the future. And then if you like what you see and you want to get more of my content, and I come out with videos 2 times a week, and if you want more of that, then go ahead and subscribe on your way out, and I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.